Hey there, anime fans! Welcome back to Otaku Recommends, your go-to destination for the best anime recommendations. Today we're going to delve into a dark and chilling realm as we explore the 10 most terrifying isekai anime. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Kicking off our list at number 10 is Recreators. Recreator's main character is an unassuming mangaka with no particular strengths or powers. That's why, when extremely powerful characters from his favorite anime series come into the real world, it proves to be the most horrifying experience he can imagine. Sota is completely at their mercy, with no way to influence the outcome of their battle other than through his knowledge of the stories in their manga and anime. Recreators reminds fans that having their favorite anime heroes come to life might not be as awesome as they think. At number 9, we have Overlord. Ain's Opal Goen is the furthest thing from ever facing any real danger. He's easily one of the strongest beings in the world. Overlord's fear factor doesn't come in the form of empathy for the protagonist then. Rather, it's for the people who step in Nazarik's path of world domination. It doesn't help that Nazarik is home to some of the scariest monsters known to man. Ain's himself is a fleshless skeleton, and his subordinates include a vampire, a demon, and a succubus. Coming in at number 8 is I'm Standing on a Million Lives. Yusuke is already a pretty depressed and gloomy kid in his regular life in Tokyo. When he gets transported to another world where he witnesses the countless deaths of other people, he grows even more detached than ever. Despite the terrifying circumstances he faces in the other world, Yusuke still prefers facing death against monsters over his mundane life in modern Tokyo. In the end, Yusuke's mental struggle in real life is even scarier than any monster he might face in the virtual world. Number 7 on our list is The Rising of the Shield Hero. The scariest part of Shield Hero is the sheer realism of Naofumi's circumstance in the world he's thrust into. He deals with prejudice, religious demagogues, and the loneliness of being an outcast to the entire society. As if all that weren't already enough, he was reincarnated as the Shield Hero in order to protect the world from the waves of calamity. Strange phenomena that result in the summoning of interdimensional creatures that wreak havoc on humanity. Not only does Naofumi get shunned by the world, but he's also expected to protect the very world that cast him aside. Halfway through our list at number 6 is Arifureta, From Commonplace to World's Strongest. Arifureta captures the existential dread of being reborn into a new world of terrifying monsters perfectly. Unlike many isekai heroes, Hajime is extremely underpowered in comparison to the monsters in the labyrinth world he is transferred to. Hajime's resolve to survive gives him newfound courage to overcome his weakness in the face of terrifying odds. He is forced to eat monsters to survive, but this comes with the lucky perk of giving him the powers of the creatures he injects. Hajime emerges from his pit of despair stronger than anyone could have imagined, but he has to first endure horrifying circumstances to get there. At number 5, we have Full Dive. Full Dive is about a boy named Hitoshi who gets the most realistic VR game out, only to realize that it's a little more realistic than he would have hoped after noticing he can feel actual pain, and inflict it as well. After he accidentally murders an NPC, things take a turn for the worse. While Full Dive's concept is as scary as isekai can get, the tone of the show is humorous enough to keep things light in the face of such heavy themes. Still, the idea of Full Dive is enough to make even hardcore gamers a little less enthusiastic about the next revolution in VR video games. Coming in at number 4 is Hells. Hells is a film about a girl who dies and goes to hell, literally. While isekai has explored many aspects and possibilities of reincarnation, it isn't often that the actual afterlife is a subject of the story. Hells gives the dark underworld a more humanized approach, showing how the protagonist is able to find common ground with her demonic classmates. Though the demons are all creepy in their own way, the art in Hells adds an interesting sense of style to the inhabitants of Hades. At number 3 on our list, we have Re:Zero. There's nothing that human beings fear more than death. Well, perhaps other than dying over and over again, reliving their most horrifying moments repeatedly forever. Unfortunately for Subaru, his life is exactly that. Re:Zero follows Subaru as he dies 1,000 deaths, including getting beaten by thugs, voluntarily leaping off a cliff, and being murdered by an evil witch. The scariest part of the whole situation is that every time he dies, he remembers everything. As anyone could imagine, the constant feeling of death takes a psychological toll on Subaru, which is perhaps even worse than death itself. Our runner-up at number 2 is Alice in Borderland. After a strange turn of events, Ryuhei and his 2 friends find themselves sent to Borderland, a dystopian world where games are a matter of life or death. The games they have to compete in range from a simple game of blackjack to surviving an alien invasion. Borderland has a sort of Squid Games feel, except the protagonists are prisoners in another world, with the only reward for winning being survival. Perhaps the only thing sketchier than the actual games Ryuhei and his friends must win in order to survive are the people who inhabit Borderland with them. And finally, at the top of our list, we have Corpse Party Tortured Souls. Corpse Party is the ultimate mixture of isekai and horror. In fact, unlike most other scary isekai series, Corpse Party is really a horror series with isekai themes. The story follows a girl named Naomi who wakes up in a strange school after undergoing a ritual with her classmates. In true horror fashion, the school is inflicted by a curse that causes it to be haunted by terrifying spirits, and there's no way out. Corpse Party is a gory, mysterious, and all-around terrifying series in its own right, and arguably the scariest isekai anime around. And that's it for our list of the 10 scariest isekai anime. Which one sends chills down your spine? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're hungry for more anime content, don't forget to check out our video on the 10 best isekai anime. Like and subscribe to our channel to stay updated with our latest releases. Thank you for joining us